talking about this stuff during the investigation?
Yes, sir. We were talking about it. We were not socially extremely close friends. Workmates, yeah, and supportive of one another very much so. To the point that I would tease Terry and he would tease back, especially after his picture came out on Newsweek, that he was my hero and appreciated what he had done. And but again, Terry had a little bit of a closed side, such as I did. That there were some things that you just were very cautious about talking to other police officers about, and.
Because you don't know who's on which side at that point.
Exactly.
I've had two police officers actually come up to me out of the blue because I was actually passing out some flyers on the Oklahoma City bombing at an event. They were working security there, and they were from a different jurisdiction. And they walked up to me. They saw what I was doing. They said, "Hey, you remember that Oklahoma City cop?" I was like, "Who?" And they said, "The one that was found in that field." I was like, "Yeah." And the police officers, "Yeah, I think they killed him." And I was like, "Well, yeah, I know." I mean, the message was sent to law enforcement and the first responders: keep your mouth shut, or we will kill you. That was the literal lesson.
Right. And what was the reaction around the office when that happened, when they found Terry Akey and they said, oh, it's a suicide?
There was a lot of disbelief. We were told even by our chaplain that Terry was drunk and was high on drugs at the time of his death. That didn't fit Terry. And when the ME report finally was released, it showed no blood alcohol content, no drugs in the system.
But by that time, they'd already had the story out that he was drunk and high, and that had been playing around for weeks. And
yes, sir, and that it was related to marital trouble.
They slandered his character. The superiors within the police department slandered his character after he died. Before he died, he was a hero. He was a hero. He was 3 days away from receiving the Medal of Valor, the highest award the department can offer. And then after he dies, suddenly Terry's a scumbag. Right.
Makes you wonder. Jeez. You know, and who knows what kind of evidence he had if he would have been able to bring it forward and what they got from him.
Well, when his car was found in El Reno, the patrolman reported that there were several boxes of documents in the back seat. When that car was processed for evidence, there was no mention of anything in that car, document-wise.
How convenient. Jeez. Well, Don, I want to give you the last word on this. I want you to look out and talk to people, especially police officers, who may know of this stuff or may have been in on a cover-up or something. I mean, what do you have to tell them, in order for us to get this country back, we have to start telling the truth and coming up with this. I want to give you the last word to tell, what are your final feelings on, coming forward and what other people should do if they feel like they know something and that, they should bring it forward. What do you want to say?
I would say to them that our integrity and loyalty are the only two things that we have to sell to the American public. And if we cannot maintain those, then we should not be police officers. That's not the involvement work field that we should be in. And if we can't be true to the public, at least we should try to be true to ourselves. And I regret it. Yeah,
I totally agree. Well, guys, I thank you for joining us. It was about a 30-minute interview we just did, and that's great. I really think this information, it's time for it to come out again, and I think people are ready for it now because they've seen the utter corruption that's going on in their face, the stealing, the police brutality that's going on, and people are ready to be woken up. And this is just another pill, to help do that. So I want to thank you for coming on the show, and we're definitely going to have you guys on in the future and promote this film.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Well, and that was Holland Vanden Nieuwenhof and Don Browning, retired OKC police officer. And, of course, you can get A Noble Lie here at the Infowars store. It's available. $19.95. I think they're in their second pressing now, so it's getting a flood of popularity out there. And this is something you really need to show, as Alex has said, to police officers, to military people, people who don't believe in the official story. Sit down and say, well, look, if you don't believe in the official story, let's sit down for 2 hours, watch this film, and then talk about it. That's all you need, 2 hours, and if you still don't believe it after watching this film, fine, I won't bother you anymore. But I think you're going to find people who have common sense and who have dignity and who have honesty, and they've just had the wool pulled over their eyes. They're going to come to that realization, and we're going to have more people out there who know the truth and who are ready to take it, to the next level, because we're going to have to keep talking about these kinds of things until we stop the corruption and, and take our country back and for what the founders meant it to be, a place of liberty and freedom where people can come and do what they want and make the money that they want and do the things that they want, fulfill their dreams. And, that's pretty much all I have to say. Please consider becoming a subscriber. Here at prisonplanet.tv, you can watch Infowars Nightly News. We're producing it 5 nights a week. And if you want to send me an email with your suggestions, robd@infowars.com. I love hearing your suggestions. This is my second time hosting now, and after the first, I got a lot of great emails, a lot of encouragement, a lot of guest suggestions, and I do appreciate it. We're looking at everything that you guys send in. And, please consider becoming a member. If you're not, if you're watching this on YouTube, spread it around. Let people know, because this is information that really needs to come out. And I sincerely believe that, or I wouldn't be here spending, 5 days a week, 10, 11 hours a day doing it. And I want to thank the crew out there. And we'll be back next week. Alex is going to have a special on Monday with Ron Paul, some vintage Ron Paul clips that you've probably never seen. And let me tell you, the guy doesn't change. He is the same person back in 1988 that he is today. It's the same guy running for president. And it's time that we get somebody with a little bit of honor and with a lot less baggage in there, so he can't be controlled by those with the purse strings. And for that, I'm Rob Dew, and this is Infowars Nightly News. We'll see you around.